Why, hello there, Exile. A lot of people have been asking me, should I go Gemling Legionnaire? Should I go the Monk Invoker? Which one's better? What really should I do? So today I'm going to talk about the differences between the two and why I'm going to switch from the Invoker to the Gemling Legionnaire. Now, what do you get on the Invoker? So early on, this node is really good. Lead me through grace. It allows you to get an evasion chest, and then you get a ton of spirit. Spirit lets you reserve all those different auras. It's how I'm getting Herald of Ice, Herald of Thunder, a Blasphemy set up, Combat Frenzy, all sorts of good stuff with it. So it's very nice for that. When I'm pushing the endgame, though, I don't want to actually, on my stat stacker, be wearing a chest that has high evasion. I want to go with the unique chest piece so that I can get 25 or 24 all stats on something. And I want much higher effective HP. Now, you would think on this, because of this node, and protect me from harm, it says physical damage reduction from armor is based on your combined armor and evasion rating. So you have pretty good armor and physical mitigation. However, physical mitigation is hot garbage in this game in its current state, which I didn't know it was going to be that way when the game came out. They basically reverted the formula back into early POE 1 formula. And the way it works is the bigger the hit, the less effective your armor is. And the scaling and the amount of armor for the physical damage reduction that you have requires way more than it did in POE 1. So this node doesn't really mitigate that much against any sizable hit on any bosses. Yeah, it's really good if you're taking a bunch of very small hits, but I could just overcome that with having a larger health pool. So I want to use a different chest, so I can't use this. This isn't as good as what I wanted. Now these two nodes are pretty good because it allows you to get extra cold and extra lightning. This one, I have to push a button. It's harder to use. I'm not using meditate skill. This, I'm not using any trigger gems. I was going to do something with this until they nerfed that into the ground. And then these don't seem that appealing. So it's like, why be a monk? Okay, I can get these from other gear pieces, such as a unique jewel. I can get extra cold from that, and then just stack lightning and basically get this part of the ascendancy. And then I could just get more effective health. And if I have more effective health, I don't need more spirit. And I don't need to worry about phys mitigation. So what does Gemling Legionnaire give us? So this has inherent bonus from int, strength, and dex are doubled. Now that doesn't mean all the stacking things. It doesn't mean the bonuses from the staff and the gloves and stuff. But what it does mean is per point of strength, you get 2 life. And per point of int, you get 2 mana. Well, it's doubled, so you get 4. So if you stack to 1000 int, you are getting 4000 raw mana. And you can't scale percent life really in the game, but there is increased mana. You can get increased mana on the gear pretty easily, including the unique chest. You can get per socket 5% mana. So you could push your mana to 6, 7, even 10k potentially, okay? And then you grab this, and all your damage from mana is taken before life. That means you would just reduce your life down to 1 because you don't care. And then you're chaos immune. So now we don't have to get any chaos resist on any piece of gear. We have to worry about the annoying explode on you poison garbage that's everywhere in the end game and way too common. That's going to one-shot you. Then on top of that, you have this node. It gives you max fire res, max lightning, or max cold. And it gives you extra skill shots. Or skill slots, not skill shots. So we're able to get max res. A lot of scary on-death effects are either chaos damage or elemental damage. The main thing I'm dying to nowadays is these on-death effects. So me just having a much larger health pool with higher resist, with being immune to chaos, seems like that's just going to be better for me. So I'm not going to have to worry about my chest. All I need to worry about is getting a very, very high int number, and it's going to kind of do the rest for me. Also, we get this 3%, 3%, so an extra 6%. Just a nice little bonus. And you could run just extra little skills that you could throw in, like a range skill or something like that, but not as important. But it's just mainly these two nodes right here give you huge defenses and the unique chest. So then I'm still going to have to make things up with it, such as I'm still want to go for my perma-freeze stuff, so I'm still going to be picking up these nodes and these nodes here. But we basically path all the way down here, and then we just pick up like this node, and this node, and this node, and then we go all the way over here for mind over matter, and we're basically just stacking jewels at that point. Kind of a ridiculous tree, but it works out in the current state of the game. So, for early on, this is good, especially if you want to do spirit shenanigans. But as you're pushing to the super, super late game, you probably want the larger health pool until they fix armor, until they fix life, and all that other good stuff. Hope this explained it, and I'll be leveling a Gemling Legionnaire today.